Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Saint My Patty. The ingredients you need: 1.5 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of bourbon whiskey, 1 ounce of peach cider, a half ounce of fresh lemon juice, a half ounce of egg whites. And this is how you're going to make it. You're going to add all of the ingredients into a shaker with no ice and dry shake for about 5 seconds. Next, add the ice in and shake for about 10 seconds until it's chilled. Strain the cocktail from the shaker into a coupe or martini glass and garnish with peach slices. And since it's St. Patrick's Day, we added a few little green drops to make it fitting. You guys know how I am. Well, we didn't add it. Country Crafts added it.
Yeah, it's very cute. I opted not to in case my teeth turn green.
You know what I like about having Country Crafts make our drinks?
What?
I didn't know what a coupe glass was. And now I feel like
these are my favorite.
This is so cute. I feel so rich.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh.
I just be feeling like a fancy bitch because we got a bartender now.
We got a whole bartender. If you guys are interested in booking him, following him, getting these recipes, follow him on Country Crafts, at country with a K _crafts 19 with a K. So that's his Instagram. You guys can book him for parties, private events. If you got a podcast and you want some cocktails and you want the real glasses that they come in, and they ain't plastic either.
Okay, you guys, welcome back to Cocktail Shady Discussions. We want to remind you guys we are so excited. The live show is coming up. It is going to be Thursday, May 12th at City Winery. We didn't know this when we recorded the last couple of episodes, but there's no longer a vaccine requirement. So if you are unvaccinated, you are able to come. Now, if you sick, keep your ass at home. But you know, you can go ahead and buy your ticket. We do still have tickets available, but they are getting snatched up. Have you looked at the thing lately?
Girl, I just made a post and I was like, oh my gosh, like people are ready to be hot girling it out here on May 12th, and I am not mad at you. Another thing that I'm excited about is you guys all have the option to add the VIP add-on on.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a meet and greet, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, so that's the little pop-up. I know sometimes we don't read everything, but that's the pop-up that comes up when you're about to check out. So definitely do that. I've been inviting a lot of men. Every guy that I have been meeting, I have been inviting them to come to the show. So now all of them, some of them are mine, but not all of them. So, you know.
So I might be able to have dibs on one. Okay, if you see him in the audience, be like, Medina, I think he would be good for you. I met him at such and such. Come on up here, Brandon.
You do a live hookup.
Brandon's always be fun. Come on up here, Brandon. I'll be like, hello, Brandon. I'm Medina.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. And I've been telling them to bring their friends too. So hopefully they come. I've been watching them. Like, go ahead and get your ticket now. There's no need to wait.
There's no need. What are you waiting for?
I'm rather aggressive with these sales, but you know, that's how it goes.
I'm not mad at you. You guys, if you are coming to the live show, if you've already purchased your ticket and you would like live action advice or you want to share your cocktail, send those to us, cocktails.atl@gmail.com. And in the subject line, put live show so that we know you've purchased your ticket and we can include you in the show in a cute little way.
Yeah. And also, we want to see you guys on Patreon. We release bonus episodes every week, and sometimes we do lives where we get to know you better. We share a lot more things on Patreon because sometimes, you know, we say it all the time, it can be kind of hard to share something so personal. We've done it so many times, but to continue to do it
for free
on even like just in something that is so open, like anybody can see it, and at least it is better if you pay for it because at least it's behind the wall and it's not like clips
and we know
everything.
You appreciate it.
And it's just more fun too to kind of have that little secret society club. We share more things, we share updates about what we have going on. You also get live show tickets earlier. And we do have more shows coming up. We will tell you those dates in the future, but you might want to sign up.
Bitch, we are booked and busy. I was looking at my calendar and I was like, oh, shoot. Like, I'm really about to be jumping around, hopping on planes. I'm going to feel like you. I'm going to be like, where do I live? Where?
Exactly. I was thinking about it. I'm moving, you guys, next week. And first of all, I ain't packed.
I mean...
I want somebody to pack for me.
Okay, they have services for that.
Yeah, and then when I requested a quote, I need to get my black ass in there.
It.
Yeah, because I was like, bitch, How much money you think you got? Not that much.
I feel you. But
if anybody would like to donate, I would appreciate a donation because that shit was high. But anyway, I'm moving. But then whenever I move, after that, it's like every weekend I'm gone. We were talking about trying to go to LA, but that's not going to work because I think both of us now have plans that weekend. We were talking about it. And it's just so much stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We are very busy, and I like it. I like when it's busy outside. I like being outside. I like all this shit.
I love, traveling, getting my bag ready, and being like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do.
Let me check my Google Calendar.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And
I'll pencil you in.
Right? You're like, I really have to check my calendar. I'm so sorry, but I do.
Double booked. Sorry.
I love that type of lingo.
I just feel good. Anyway, point is, we'll be sharing stuff. We've both shared some things like when we've been out of town and what has happened there and just other little things. Maybe we'll start posting more other things. I don't know, maybe pictures.
Yeah.
You know how some people do like the close friends thing on Instagram?
What is that?
Like your story with the close friends and you only share.
Oh, that what B. Simone keeps promoting.
Well, you have a close friend yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just how some people will share more on there, it's kind of like that. So being on Patreon is kind of like being in our close friends.
It is.
And then we can, I think we can share stories on there now. So I might try and play around with that and see. But if you just go to patreon.com/cocktails, you can sign up. There are multiple tiers, so you can support in any of those ways. If you are a ride or die that's at the $15 level, you get free merch after 3 consecutive months of being a ride or die. And we really, really appreciate it.
Have you ever rode the MARTA?
Yeah.
So
to the airport.
I ride the MARTA a lot to the airport. It's $3.50.
It's very convenient.
It's very convenient. You could just and it takes you right into the airport. You don't have to walk through the neighborhood. This is not an ad, by the way. It sounds like it's about to be use code when you get it, but no. I rode the MARTA in from the airport last night. I just got back from Houston. And energized and ready to go.
I know that's right.
So, but I never normally ride the MARTA from the airport at night. If I leave from my place at night, it's different because I'm going right into the airport. But coming back, even though I don't have to walk that far, girl, bitch, I was scared. I was
what happened?
I don't know. It was almost just so many people were staring. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know why people are staring. I don't know if it's I've been on the MARTA before and people are like, I know about CockTales. And they say they love the show. And people's boyfriends, normally it's never girls, it's a boyfriend or somebody. And I think that's super dope. But at night, it just hits a little bit differently because I don't know if you're staring because of the show. I don't know if you're staring because I have Louis sneakers on and it looks like I'm rich and you're going to smack me upside the back of my head when I get off the train. I was terrified. Atlanta has been crazy right now with people just, getting harmed. And so I was on the MARTA list. You would have thought I was just this rich old white woman named Karen, please, no one speak to me. I was terrified. It was a lot going on. People were staring at me. I don't think you should holler at women at night on the train. Girl, I was I should have just paid that $70 Uber. You know how you were
70?
I don't know why there was a surge, but it was
God
70.
Damn, was it raining?
It was cold. And maybe a little drizzle, but I was
I'm asking you I wasn't outside last night.
Was it raining?
No, it wasn't. I think about it. It was a little chilly, but damn.
You know how you had to second guess those movers because you're it sounds good to get an Uber, but when they be $70 to get 25 minutes home, I'll be like, bitch, let me go ahead and hop, skip, and jump onto this train.
I've only done that. It's not convenient for me to get to the MARTA. Otherwise, I would do exactly what you do: is ride that for $3.50 every time. Mm-hmm. I do take a lot of Lyfts to the airport because Lyft will give you the Delta miles. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just hook up your Sky Miles account. Yeah, I'm always trying to get a mile. Anyway, and some restaurants too with your debit card. Yeah. So anyway, there have been times where the only reason I accepted the charge was because I was running late. Mm-hmm. And it's I gotta get there. It'll be $28 for the car, but then I have to get the black because the car is 20 minutes away. Yeah. That shit is annoying. And it's it's traffic time. Yeah. The airport, I love going to the airport. Y'all know I love it.
It's expensive.
But it's a lot.
So,
Speaking of airport, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to Mexico, right? Mm-hmm. For my friends.
Hola, mamacita.
I'm just going just to go, actually. This is with a group of friends. 2 of them were my college roommates, Eddie and Marcel, and then another girl that Marcel knows. from where he lives now. So anyway, we're going there. I have to cut the trip short.
Why?
Because my friend is getting married and she's having her bridal shower that Saturday, which is in the middle of the trip. I wasn't supposed to leave till Monday. I have to get on a 6 a.m. flight from Mexico to make it back in time. Soraya, I love you. And this better be a blast because this is going to be a lot.
Those early crack-a-booty morning flights are the worst.
Them, especially since it's international.
And it always seems like a good idea when you're doing it. And the second your alarm goes off, you're like, why would I do it? I didn't even go to sleep yet.
I don't think I'm going to go to sleep. I think I'm just going to sleep on the plane. And then it's like going to be a long time. I had no option but to take a layover because I wouldn't make it to Houston in time. Then I get the invite and I see where the shower is. I'm flying into Bush on the north side and got to go all the way on the south side. I said, this is going to be a day. But, hopefully the rest of my time in Houston will be enjoyed in a different type of way. So I'm not even.
Oh, you about to get them cheeks clapped. To get that booty waxed. But no, I love a good deal on a flight or an Uber or whatever, and anything food related. And that is why I love Green Chef. Green Chef gives you restaurant quality meals. You can choose from over 30 nutritious, flavorful options. Right now I'm really stuck on, they have like this kale crisp salad. And it,
oh, wait. Did you get the one with chicken or you still have the vegetable one?
I still have the vegetable one, but I think when I order for next month, I'm going to switch it up a little bit and get a little protein in there.
I asked because I had a kale crisp salad and it had like a ginger lime vinaigrette sauce, but it also had like a chili lime chicken breast. I think about that salad every day.
Every day?
Every day because it's so good. I mean, they have other great things, but another good thing about Green Chef is they give you the recipe card. So if you do get a meal that you really like and it's not an option for the upcoming weeks, you can actually just follow the recipe from the recipe card.
Yeah.
So you have these recipes to keep. It's a great way to figure out how to try new recipes without having to go to the grocery store and without having to put much thought into it. It's really effortless.
And some people might be like, yeah, well, I like to touch and feel my vegetables and I want my vegetables to be organic. Well, Green Chef has organic vegetables for you. So that was one thing that really stuck out to me. They're not just grabbing any old thing and throwing it in there and then it's rotten. You're like, oh, they really took their time making these little bags. I also wonder if they could put us on a little, what's it called? Recipe card. Could you imagine if we were on the recipe card? That would be so cute.
That would be
That would
cute.
be so cute. Date night.
Yeah, date night with us. Maybe
they'll hear this. You guys go to greenchef.com/cocktails130. Use code cocktails130 to get $130 off of your order and free shipping. This is the #1 meal kit service. Remember that. Believe it. Ow.
I feel like we have more to catch up on. And I just thought about it because I haven't seen you. It's been a minute.
We went to the comedy show. That was fun. I was throwing myself at T.I., but in a very laid back way. I wasn't.
Ma'am. Is that how you remember it?
Yes, and I wasn't drunk because.
Yes, Medina, you gonna lie?
Was not. We had 1.5 drinks.
We had 2 drinks, but then we had drinks there.
And then we went out.
And then we did go out. Medina was
got
lit.
drunk after,
it wasn't
though.
sloppy lit.
When I was talking to T.I. out front, I started out front from the second I saw him. I wasn't drunk then.
Y'all saw the last week episode, right?
I was not.
We had a little intermission, and then we went to the place. Now, the outside talk
was just flirty.
More calm than the inside talk. The inside talk, I was just like...
Yo, that man, he shook my hand. He was like, I'm T.I. Shake my hand. He's like, I'm T.I. I was like, I'm Medina. And then try to pull away. I was like, I know who you are. And I didn't let him go. I'm just practicing for when I meet Drake. You gotta, hey, look, you know what you want, you gotta go out there and get it. I didn't get him though, but I think he was more interested in Drea, but whatever. It felt good to be like a hands-on, strong woman. Happy International Women's Day, ladies.
Anyway.
The show was funny though.
It was, and he performed, so that was interesting because I had heard about him doing stand-up, and then to see him do it, I mean, he was very long-winded.
He was way better than I thought he was gonna be though.
But
I was nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he might be funny because I've seen him say little things. I was like, he might be able to do it.
I was nervous, and I feel like the whole crowd was, because when he first got up there, everybody was completely silent. Like, here go another nigga getting into something he don't need to be getting in. Just keep rapping. But he did a good job on playing. He added that into his set. Like, he was like, I know y'all like, why ain't I on here singing?
But like, I'm 40.
Yeah,
This shit
he
don't
was like-
translate. It doesn't. Also, Lauren Kay was in the show, and it was really cool because this is going to be on an app for the 85 South's new streaming app. So it's cool to see her. She's been on a previous episode, and I had, you know how I love those memories that pop up on your phone and stuff? The episode that we did with her was like our last time in our old studio because after that, everything shut down for COVID.
down.
So she was our last episode. That's so crazy.
She's funny. I went to the 85 South show last week at the Fox. And I had never seen an 85 South show.
Okay.
And so I was really like, I'm not gonna lie, like it was very hood, but the production was nice. Like the guys are hilarious. I was high on accident. I don't
How
smoke
did you
weed.
get accidentally high?
Because I didn't think they were gonna allow people to smoke in the Fox Theater, bro.
Oh.
It was, I mean, they literally bring out the smokers. Everyone had about 1 to 5 blunts. There was one man next to me that he never stopped smoking a blunt. I had contact high. I was like, wow. Like, but it was just so dope and inspiring to see where they've come from and how far they've made it. I mean, they sold out the Fox. That was super dope. I had a great time. Them niggas was funny as hell. I was like,
They are.
yeah, I was like, they don't have no outline. They just going off of each other. I thought it was super dope. They'd be singing and stuff. I was just like, I didn't expect what I got. It was amazing.
Yeah,
So,
I enjoy their show. I definitely think they're funny. They do bring out the smokers. The first time I actually watched one of their episodes, I was with, what did we call him? Football Bay, maybe? I don't know. The one that...
came on the show? Okay. You was about to whisper in the mic.
I wasn't about to whisper. I was about to cover my lips and mouth it, and I wasn't going to say that came on the show. But yeah, the nigga who came on the show. He had me watch it, and I did get high because, you know, he likes to smoke. It was better high. They are funny.
Oh, maybe I should have had a little edible or something.
Yeah, maybe, you know, if you ever go to another one. What else happened? Did I go out of town? I did. So I went out of town. I saw my niece in her gymnastics competition. Aww. That was dope. I did not have any dates out there, and I was pissed about it. But that's okay because it was a very short trip. I brought my ass right on back because I was like, you know, it's time to go. Celebrated my sister's birthday. That was great. And it was just a good time to spend time with my family, see my nieces, and just hang out. But, and I'm going back.
Get it, girl.
This weekend.
I started a cycle bar class.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to the class because the first class is $10. And I was like, ooh, let me I've been trying new things I don't like working out. I'm not going to lie. Like, when I see people like, oh, love. And I'm like, how do you gain this type of love? So I need to find activities. I can do an activity. And so I was like, let me try Cycle Bar. Got a membership, and bitch, I absolutely loved it. It feels like you're at a concert, a motivational speaking class, and riding a bike, and the air conditioning is blowing, so you kind of feel like Beyonce because it's really windy.
Like Diva fan?
Yeah, like it was just really dope. So I got the membership, and I absolutely love it. I haven't been this week because I straightened my hair, and you know.
Isn't that the struggle for real? It's like
It's
when
the
your hair is
struggle.
done, it's like, bitch, I know you don't think I'm about to
Mess
be sweating
this
it
up.
out.
Like, absolutely. I'm going to keep it as long as I can, and then I'll just try my best to eat right. Like today I had an apple, and that was it. Since
And
I
you
can't
got
work
peaches
out.
in your drink.
And there's peaches in my drink, and it's green, so it's kind of like a green juice. But yeah, it's funny as well because and then Hannah sometimes she'd be like, "Well, let's just go," and I'm like, "No, bitch,
Girl, we're
it's-
not white.
Yeah,
It's
you can
different,
just
the
like
process.
put your hair in a bun, and it's like, no, I'm not doing it.
Not happening.
Anything else?
I think all my other updates, I kind of shared them on Patreon on the last Patreon that I did. I gave some updates about us and some updates about like the challenge that I was asking the people to do. So you can go see it on there. I have been outside more, y'all, and I'm enjoying it. But
you definitely are enjoying it. Yeah, you are enjoying it.
woo, yes. This is my problem. Remember, well, you didn't live here then. But maybe you came and visited a couple times. I used to be at Aroma like all the time.
Oh, I remember that. What are you doing? I'm going to Aroma.
This is what I would be drinking at Aroma. Hennessy and champagne. It never failed. That's what the people was buying, and so I was drinking it. So my friend Sue Solo also has been on the show. If you haven't seen her episode, you should check it out. So Sue invites me out. She's a brand partner, a brand ambassador for them. We go and have some Hennessy cocktails. It's like a French 75, but with Hennessy and champagne instead of gin, right? Shit was good. Had about 2 or 3 of those. Then we get to Rose Bar. She's ordering all these bottles. She was like, Key, you want some VSOP? I said, hell yeah, you know I do. like, give me the bougier stuff. I want it all. That comes out. Then it's champagne coming out. And next thing I knew, my ass was throwing ass all up and through that section. I was dancing on everybody. I had brought Raven with me. She said I was all up on her too. And I remember that vaguely. I grabbed somebody's dick. Like, I was doing a lot. I almost kissed somebody. I get real kissy in the club. Like how you get flirty, I just get real horny and sexual. And like, not in a way where people have to push me away. I mean, Raven did say she had to move a bit because I was a little aggressive, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what I was
always wonder
thinking.
how the professional partiers like Sue, like this is their business. Even Bocce, how do y'all not get drunk? Like I've been out with Bocce before, and Sue might be different, but Bocce be drinking, and it's like if I was doing that as a professional partier, I would get fired. They would be like, hey, listen.
You know I would. Shit.
You were on the couch on top of Drake. This is not what you can do.
This is not representing the brand.
You gotta go. But your butt cheek was out.
Okay,
what are you doing?
was kissing niggas. I did that one time when I was hosting a party for work.
You went home with the owner? Like, come on, bitch.
That's not what you were there for. She told me that when she goes out of town, it's much different than when she's in town. If she is in town, she keeps it together more. I also noticed she was putting water in her mixed drink, so that's watering it down to keep her going slow. And she had a much slower pace than I did, because I'm like, shot. I want that shit. But yeah, it was so much fun. I was
so
cutting
glad you had
up,
fun. I love
and
a
that's
good
why I
fun
can't be
night.
going outside all the time. But I did it again last night.
Good for you. You know, you a week out of the month, week and a half out of the month. Look.
Well, I'm trying to get this content for this show and the live show. I gotta have something to talk about, and I promise you guys, I am trying my best to bring you some A1 material.
Hey, look, I'm still waiting on when you say the word and we go to that sex club.
Oh yeah,
I'm ready.
that's gonna be next month. So.
Okay.
Some other people want to go too. I said, well, I think me and Medina will go by ourselves. I'll check with her and see how she feels.
Okay.
But I'm about to be there a lot too. And there's a couple of different ones.
Is my tongue green?
Yes.
Are my teeth?
Your teeth are not,
Okay,
but the
good.
tongue is.
All right.
Yeah, so, yeah, I've been outside, so let me know where y'all been going. Y'all always asking us where we're going. Listen to Indecisive Diane. If you know a place that you would highly suggest you should go. Indecisive Diane told us about Victory, and I went last night. No, night before last.
How'd you like it?
I liked it.
I
Indecisive
really-
Diane know what she talking about.
And somebody's was like, this not going to last because of the location and how expensive it is. But I think it's going to last because when I was there, it wasn't like people were complaining about how much it was. There was the niggas there that have money, whether it's their money or not. They was in there, but everybody keeps saying it's not going to last. We'll see. I hope it does.
I hate to see the businesses fail.
Me too.
Hopefully they can make it work. But yeah, that's it, I think, for my updates. If I think of anything else, I'll tell y'all later in the show. And we can go ahead and move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Let me take a little sip, because this bitch
This
is
must
crazy.
be a rough one.
Yeah, so this week's weird sex. So many of you guys sent me the story, and I want to say a big thank you to one of our listeners, because she went and got me like news coverage, because it was all over social media. She was like, I live in this area. It was on our local news. And then she even found some more documents for the thing. I was like, if this was like a crime
Was she a
show-
reporter?
No, she just knew where to get it.
Okay.
So she sent me more information about this lady, but basically, there's a woman in Green Bay, Wisconsin, who dismembered a man's body. She put his head in a bucket, and when I say dismembered, like she was doing a lot. So she takes his head off and put it in a bucket there. Obviously, she was on drugs. By the way, it was meth.
Y'all stay away from the drugs.
She's only 24. She was charged with first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. Her bond was set for $2 million cash. The prosecutor said it was one of the most serious offenses that we've had in this country in some time.
Where was it at again?
Green Bay, Wisconsin. The prosecution said that she was also put on probation 7 weeks before the crime and was supposed to be wearing an ankle bracelet, but she removed it somehow. So she's just been bad. She's been very bad. So not only did she put his head in the bucket. She also cut off like his dick, and I think that's what she put in the crock pot.
The crock pot.
She was just putting
the same.
something else. The upper torso was in a storage tote. And there were a couple of other things. The crock pot had additional human body parts, including legs. Crock pots aren't that big. So how much did you chop up his legs? Like, how much of the leg was in the crock pot? That is gross. And then you don't waste the crock pot. Oh. So anyway, they asked her what happened. Police did. She replied, "That is a good question."
Ma'am, you're going under the prison. And who was the man to her?
Her boyfriend. She said that she blacked out during, they were having sex and they incorporated change. They were having sex, I believe, at his mama's house, and they had to get a warrant on his mama's house because that's where they was fucking at, and that's where all the shit went down. She said that she blacked out during the sex. They had incorporated chains in it, and something happened, and she just went crazy and started strangling him. Something happened, bitch. You was high as fuck on meth.
You're doing too much, sis.
Like, y'all have... I get it. People want to do drugs sometimes. But sometimes, we were talking about this before we recorded, like, why are y'all trying meth and crack?
Like, at what point in life are you like, this sounds good? This sounds great. Boil it up. However you do it. We might blow up while we're making it, but let's still try. Like, bro, come on, don't do drugs.
Yeah, she said that she ended up getting paranoid, but she thought it was the dope that had her paranoid. She used knives from the kitchen to do this, and after a while, she got tired. Originally, she was gonna bring all the body parts with her, but she was worn out and exhausted, and she got lazy and only ended up putting the leg and foot in the van, and she forgot his head. Like, it's just crazy. I'm gonna have to share a link to this because I can't go over all the details. There's a lot here, and then she sent even more testimony and all of this stuff, and I'm just like, you motherfuckers is crazy. Anyway, be careful and please stop doing those drugs like that. Like, just smoke a little weed like everybody else.
Yeah, do a little ayahuasca in the jungles of Peru.
Well, that's a big trip. She said, like, you just walk outside. You take a little road trip to Peru. Like, what? Okay.
Before we dive into today's spicy topics on this great St. Patrick's Day, that's when you pinch people, right?
Yes, if they're not wearing green.
I almost pinched you, but I'm not going to pinch you.
Thanks. You're not wearing green, right?
My tongue. So I got a message from one of our listeners, our good sis. She said she sent it to you too, but you probably your DMs is probably crazy. Her Instagram is @chilibb_, and I was just so moved by it because this is why we do shows like this. You hope that you inspire people in whatever it is that you're doing. And I just love that directly after sis received her first orgasm of life, you could even hear her in her message breathing hard still. She sent us a voice message directly after she had her very first orgasm. And I said, you know what? This is why we do this.
That's crazy that
Cheers
we were
to
on your mind.
Me and Kiki were on your mind. Thank you, sis.
I love it.
So I want to play her voice note because
Okay.
I told her and I got her permission that we gonna shout you out on the show because we appreciate it.
Miss Medina Monroe, I was just telling Kiki over there. I just had my first orgasm at 35. I'm not a virgin, okay? I've been had dick, but this dick, whew. Yo, I had this dick before when I was like a teenager. When you're young, everything is bigger, you know what I'm saying? So I thought I was being extra, but no. This dude popped up 20 years later. And when I say, whew, baby arm, okay? Like, it's that is the biggest fucking dick I've ever. My stomach still hurts. He left an hour ago. My stomach still fucking hurts, and I'm happy about it. I've never been proud of cramps ever till now.
Sis was just so happy, and then she's
You can play this on the show. Yo, my name is Colleen Dunton, aka Chili.
So excited.
Okay? Like, you could play that shit on the show, no problem. I was so excited. I love you and Kiki so fucking much. Like, you guys are my friends. I don't care what anybody says. Oh my God, I'm excited! Oh my God, Put the shit on the shit. Okay, thank you.
Put
bye.
this shit on the
Put
shit.
the shit on the shit.
I love her accent.
Me too. I wonder where she's from. I thought that was super dope, and thank you so much.
That was. I know that feeling though when you have some good sex and you just gotta call
You
everybody.
just-
I love doing that. I be FaceTiming everybody and I just be goofy, like smiling.
You and
Guess
hair
what?
be all like cute, messy. You're like, yeah.
I just got some dick today.
So this week we have a few things up our sleeve to talk to you guys about, and one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was I wanted to ask you, Kiki, do you have a cap time on how late you will pull up on a nigga to fuck? Like, do you ever feel like, bro, you got me fucked up? Like, why you hit me up at 2 a.m.?
You got me fucked up if you think I'm not gonna come because that's the mission. Okay, I will leave at 2 a.m. If I'm too tired, I'm past the point where I'm gonna get like a Red Bull or something, but I will. I haven't gotten up at 5 a.m. before.
Really?
I didn't have to go nowhere. He came to me, but yes.
Is it like somebody that is there a certain type of package on that, like a certain time
a
frame
big package.
a certain time frame that you've known them? I have noticed that like when I get these late night calls, and I don't know if I'm getting old or if I'm old, because I'll be like, "Are you serious?" Like, no.
Okay, I don't do that for just anybody, but if it's somebody that I like and the dick is good, I'm coming. I'm going fast. Get it?
You're going to receive. You
Yeah.
going to.
Yeah, but it has to be like something that is proven.
What if he lives in Union City?
He can't come to my house. Union City. I don't know no niggas. I'd rather catch a flight to get some dick than to drive to Union City, to be honest. That is a drive.
That is a
I don't
drive.
let something be fucked up on whichever highway you take to get there, 85 or 285. It's always potholes. It's like, and then you pass the airport, all you see is car dealership and trees and
then like it's like you
It's
might have
dark
to stop
over
and get
there.
gas. Yeah, it's a little bit different on that side. Let me ask you this: would you get cute, or are you just going rolling out? If you were
oh, baby,
asleep,
I'm not getting cute now.
okay, so it's like you gonna get this pussy how it comes,
I'm
hair
going to
wrapped.
brush my teeth, rinse my mouth. You know I don't be wrapping my hair.
You like my sister and my mom. They be like, how do you keep your hair? So I'm like, I wrap it.
I need to wrap it. I should wrap it. And if I was already asleep and didn't wrap it, I might wrap it then because it's going to be looking a fucking mess. I'd be looking crazy.
When I tell you I'm queen of the wrap, I will stop a nigga in his tracks and be like, hey, do you feel like you're going to mess my hair up? Because this is what's not, in Houston, I always have to do that. I'm going to have to wrap it then. You're not about to have me looking ugly the rest of the week.
I mean, I get it. I just be lazy. And then I don't know what happens. I be thinking I'm in like a porno or something. I be wanting to swing my hair around when I got my weave in. And I gotta stop doing that because I've told y'all a million times how I get in the shower when I'm having sex with a man in the shower.
You're tripping.
I know, I be tripping. I'm
Weave
mad
is
about it every time.
expensive. Like-
I mean, it's not gonna be ruined, but I am gonna be looking crazy. And I hate that for me. Cause why are you doing that shit, bitch, for a few minutes? That's dumb. It's very dumb of me. But yeah, I'm not getting cute. I want my I have outfits, like pajama style outfits, lounge style outfits that are perfect for those. So I might take off the like cheap t-shirt that I got for free somewhere and put on the good stuff. But that's it. Oh, I'm gonna spray some perfume too. Are you gonna get cute?
I'm not going. So yeah, no.
So
like
none of
there's
that.
like, I do have a cap time. It's like,
What
bro,
time is it? 10? 8?
honestly, this is how my
7:30?
cap time works. And I be having to tell niggas this. You gotta let me know what you're thinking
advance.
about doing in advance. Like if like the weekend is approaching and like you want to kick it and have sex with me on a Sunday, I need to know Friday that you thinking about like I might be an option for Sunday. Because if I'm already comfortable, hair wrap, makeup off, glasses on, I'm watching Game of Thrones because I'm rewatching it, and I'm on the couch and I've already walked my dog and I'm under the covers. I don't care how good the dick is. You're not coming over here and I am not going over there. You missed
You are like the
closing
memes.
time. The stuff is closed over here. I didn't used to be like that. I notice I'm like that now. I'm like, nigga.
I've seen so many memes where it's like women over a certain age, you got to hit them up 3 business days in advance to schedule them so they can put it on their calendar, and like don't wait too late and don't be late.
Yeah. And then it's also like, do you got stuff to do in the morning? Like, am I gonna have to wake up super early? Like, what's the itinerary? Like, I just need to know. Like, it's yeah.
I mean, I get it, but I know I be doing it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I'm a very horny girl, and I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like once I have the option, nah, I'm coming to get that shit.
I want my hornballness to come back.
You get you some she orgasms.
Will you go over to a new fuck buddy's place to fuck if you just washed your hair and you didn't plan on doing it? And I ask this because as Black women, like sometimes I wash my hair and it's like a weekend process, especially if I'm gonna do like a mask or, let my curls breathe for a little bit or, moisturize it and just do all the things that you do to your natural hair. And sometimes when I wash my hair and I don't feel like doing it, I'm also not coming over. And I don't care if they're like, I don't care, just come. I'm like, no.
Again, I'm going. I will put that shit in a bun, slap some leave-in conditioner in there, and call it a day.
Kiki said, look.
I am going to get the dick.
So I guess the difference is I feel like if I'm looking rough when I go to receive dick, I won't receive it how it's supposed to be received. I won't give what I'm supposed to. It's not giving what it needs to give. I won't perform well.
You look cute with your hair in a bun without anything extra.
But when you're swinging your head around in a bun, you don't feel sexy.
Well, I don't swing it around in a bun. I do it when my hair is out like this or braids. Because, it's not giving the herbal essences effect.
Yeah.
It's not giving porn star. I don't care about this shit. Okay. And then I record myself having sex a lot. And my hair be fucked up a lot of times during sex. And it's just like, whatever. They don't care and I don't care. I think it adds to the passion. I'll have to show you a video later.
I'm gonna need to see that. I'm really
realizing my hair looked bad
a lot,
but it didn't matter.
I love that, and then I know that they don't care. Like, I couldn't imagine him stopping.
I mean, I get when you don't feel your best, so it's like that you'll be in your head about not performing well or whatever. But like, I let that shit go a while ago.
Good for you. Because I need to work on that. I also need to work on recording myself more. That's a fear of mine. But I am noticing a lot of women in my life do that. A lot of people are like, wait, and like I'm talking about, they will send me the videos of them sucking dick. I'm like,
I've been doing that with some of my friends. I almost sent you the video. I said, I'll just show her. She might be alarmed.
I'm like, y'all niggas is really out here little Spike Lenas. Yeah. Like, what? I don't even know how to like approach it. I don't even know how to be like, hey, let's pull the phone out and record.
Well, definitely not like that. You could just be like, here, I want you to record you fucking me or me taking this dick or, whatever. However raunchy you want to get. Or just be like, record me. Apparently, that's what I be doing.
And you do it on your phone.
I'll do it on either, honestly. I'm a wild girl. Let me not jinx myself, but nothing bad has ever come of it. I enjoy it. And I think that the guys who I have had sex with and I allow them to record it, I don't think that they would, I could be wrong, but I don't think that they would ever send it out and try and do something malicious.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
I guess I thought that too.
She probably did.
She probably did. She was probably like, Rachel would never, like, on
but
Bible.
Then it's like, these niggas got shit to lose too, because all the niggas except for that
then you
one,
never know.
They be having, like, real careers and real things, and they're in the videos with me. It's not like it's just their dick in my face.
Oh, but could you imagine if you blew up on a Kim K level and someone was like, I'm a little strapped for cash? Gonna have to go ahead and...
That would be crazy. It probably wouldn't work out well for me because I'm Black, but maybe it would. Maybe nobody would care because I already do this show, because I feel like it's 3 steps away.
I would be so nervous. Like, I would just be like, oh my gosh, my whole butthole.
It is exhilarating to record it. Maybe you should just do it on your phone. Just try it and see. You don't have to put your face in it.
You're right.
You could just record some other stuff, but I'll tell them, like, I want to record it because I want to watch this later.
I love how outspoken you are. That's
Not all the
amazing.
time, because I be clamming up when it's somebody I like and I don't know how to act and I turn into a weirdo.
Well, be outspoken on this next question. I'm not.
Let me take a sip.
This ain't even a question. This is just a statement, and this is just for the girls. This is for anybody who's been listening to these men that have podcasts now. I'm not shooting my shot no more, and I know that I have said time and time again on here, like, try to shoot your shot.
Yeah, you kept telling me to do it.
You see something you want, let's do it. I'm not doing it, and here's why, Kiki.
Why?
Something
happened.
Something happened. Something happened, and it's not sitting well with me. I feel disgusting. There was a guy that I met. Well, I saw him out. My girlfriend Lauren had hit me up. She was like, "Hey, do you think you could come and bartend this Atlanta United game?" I was like, "Absolutely. Here I come. The drink's probably gonna be made wrong, but if you just need a pretty face, like, here I come. I came making drinks wrong, whatever." Everybody was coming over there like CockTales. People really knew us. I was like, y'all white people. So saw this guy. Thought he was very attractive. I said, you know what? I'm going to shoot my shot. I had a couple of shots. And I was like...
Necessary.
I shot my shot. And I was like, hey, like, you're really attractive. I need to see you again. I need to make sure before you leave, you come back and give me your number. He does. He was excited. You could tell he was like, whoa.
Wait a minute.
Is like, look at her. And I even was like, ooh, who am I? And so he comes back. We exchange numbers. And already there was like a different energy. It wasn't the type of energy how you feel when a man hollers at you. You feel...
Like, what was it
You feel
like?
feminine. You feel pretty. You feel, like... He feels, he was worthy enough to get my number. But when you pulled him, I felt like a nigga. Like, and I felt like he felt like I felt like a nigga too. He sent me
In what way?
I just felt like he was so giddy. And I didn't like that. Like, he was so happy that like a woman chose him. And I really didn't like the feeling of it. So then we were texting. I felt nasty and I felt ugly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I just felt like, why would you do this to yourself? So then we're texting and I just didn't like the vibe off the jump. It wasn't like he was interested.
What are y'all saying?
He wasn't asking me anything. I was leading everything, which makes sense because I done already led. And I don't like that. And so he goes, so when you taking me out?
Oh, no. I know you blocked his ass, didn't you?
It's a wrap. We can't move no further, bruh. bruh. It's a wrap. I was like, this is not the energy that I want. Now, if you're a woman where you like that, cool. But it sets a different tone. And it just behooves men to not keep saying you want women to call the shots because I feel like the nigga. And if I feel like the nigga, I don't even like you no more. And that's what happened. He was fine. He was tall. He was beautiful. And when he hit me with whether he was joking or not, I didn't like it.
That's not a funny joke.
It wasn't funny. When you gonna take me out? And I was like, why would I even want to go hunt? Why would I want to hunt a man? I don't want to do that. It's no disrespect if you do. I tried it. I don't like it.
It's funny because I agree with you. And I was saying for a long time, I don't really like shooting my shot. I don't like the idea of it because I feel like it's setting the wrong precedent for what I want. If y'all do it, great. One of my friends keeps telling me to do this. I was like, I'm going to work on being more assertive and more vocal to someone that I do meet if I'm interested in them and not expecting them to read my mind. I'll do that, but like some of this shit, I'm not doing it.
I'm not taking the role of a man, and if you don't think that that's the role of a man, cool. You do that. I do think it's the role.
Ass.
Yeah, and if I used to be like, and what if you miss out on your love? Well, then I miss that nigga, and goodbye and good riddance. Because if you want me to come holler at you, you not my man.
But what if it was Drake? No, that's different.
He wouldn't do that. So
So it's a non-factor.
Yeah, it's a non-motherfucking factor. We wouldn't have to deal with that with my baby. How much do you think this came up in discussion with someone that I've been going on dates with, and I was really shocked by his answer, and I'm curious to see what you would say. And the listeners, if you guys comment on YouTube, send us DMs. How much do you think a first date should cost?
I don't know. I'm not paying for that shit.
But
it should be less than whatever is in your bank account so your card don't get declined. I don't really have a firm number.
Just give like a roundabout.
It depends on
based
what
off
we're
of
doing.
the dates you've been on. A first
How much
date.
have they
first
cost?
Date.
Most of my first dates have been at restaurants, and I know I ordered a bunch of drinks. So I would say probably, and they're nice restaurants. Most of them at this point are around, I would say, $175, $200.
Okay. My answer was $150.
Okay.
The nigga that I asked, he said $500.
Okay, I could see that too.
That is insane.
Well, what does the date consist of?
Food.
I mean, depending on
first date, my nigga.
I mean, if you got it.
If you got it, I guess it's not. But we're talking about we're not talking about we're going on a date with a millionaire.
These niggas don't even be millionaires. They just be spending money. But I have been out and yeah, the tabs can go up if you're buying like bottles of wine. I've been out with a guy, he really liked expensive scotch. That was an expensive tab. This wasn't even a date. This was just me and my homegirl went to a restaurant. We ran into this guy. He was there, so he came over and like bought us some shots. And later he had sent us a picture of the bill. He was like, I'm just now leaving. He spent $1,100 sitting there drinking scotch, eating oysters and having nice steak. And that's for one person, plus our shots. But it's like, I could easily see how, depending on where you go, you can run it up to 5.
I was really shocked that the guy said that, because in my mind, I'm like, I'll just be thinking the tabs end up being like $150. I never would I ask to be like, can I see how much that is?
Because that's not my business.
But I was like, I see why these niggas is starting podcasts and getting mad. You spent $500 and get no pussy. You didn't get no pussy.
You should have found an easier girl.
I couldn't be no man, because I'm telling you right now, we're having picnics.
If I paid for something, you're definitely fucking. Like, I saw something about the...
You giving me that ass, nigga. Come on with me.
So...
You about to come home
And quite honestly, if you buy me enough drinks, I'm going to give it to you.
I mean,
you going to get what you want. Usually.
I was really flabbergasted.
And don't let it be a club date. Then you know that shit's going to be high.
You know it's going to be high unless he knows people there and you just don't know. But yeah, it's going to be high. Because like I said, Victory alone, that if you get an appetizer, a meal, a dessert, and a hookah and drinks, the hookah alone at Victory is $100.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to figure out how much that tab was when we were at Victory, because everybody ate, there were drinks, and there was like 4 hookahs on the table. And I remember you saying how high it was. Mm-hmm. But again, that was none of my business. I just said thank you for a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow, niggas is out here paying $500 for a
that
first
is a lot.
date. You don't even know if you're going to see me again. I am so
But sometimes
thankful.
I think that they think that they're going to impress you so much, they start feeling real confident.
Which is not the way to go, again.
Yeah, because like, what if I didn't have a good time? I could have ate good, I could have drank good, but if I did not have a good experience with you overall, I won't be back. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm not. I didn't pick this place, nigga, you did.
If I ever have a son, which please God, don't ever let me have a son. I say this all the time. I was like, I don't want no boys. I want all girls. I am going to tell my son, hey, listen, you have got to be rich if you want to date, because dates is $500. And by the time I have kids, dates will probably be $2,500. Mm-hmm. That's rude.
It is.
Speaking of dates, I guess we can move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, we'll have some advice and cocktails for you.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, ladies, it's me, Indecisive Diane. And boy, do I have a treat for you this week. Have you ever heard of the Pullman's historic railroad yards? Oh, they've turned it into restaurants, event spaces. There's an art place. It's the perfect date spot when it's warm outside. They have multiple bars there. Here's the address. 225 Roger Street, near Krog Street. Go there, try it out. Bye.
Okay, and we are back from Indecisive Diane, and it is time for the advice. Remember, if you would like to ask a question, email it to us, askcocktails@gmail.com, and maybe we will read it on the show.
I started my period today. You know how when you start your period, you
are
be
you
rumbling everywhere?
I don't know. Risky month?
I'm happy, but I don't know why I'm happy. Oh, probably because I got dick yesterday and in the afternoon and in the morning. And right.
I know that's
Don't
right.
you love it when you about to leave for the airport and they're like, hold on. Let me just
I just need a little bit more.
Yeah, you're like, okay, you calm
down. Fuck yeah, I missed my flight.
Okay.
We'll record till Thursday.
Well, it was yesterday, so I was like, bitch, I gotta go. Okay, so this one is titled Best Friends for Life, ? Dear Kiki and Medina, here's my dilemma. I have been best friends with my girl, Kiara, for 20 years. This ain't you, right?
Oh, no.
Kara. Sorry. My glasses
say, well,
got in the way. I was like,
oh,
shit. Okay, Kara, for 20 years. We've lived in different states for almost 10 years now, but talk and FaceTime almost every day, and we'll visit each other every now and then. We're both Scorpios, so y'all got a lot of emotions going on, and plan to celebrate our birthdays, Kara 30, me 27, this year in New Orleans. And she'll be inviting 2 of her friends. I have no desire to be in Louisiana, but I can have fun anywhere. And I know she's been wanting to explore NOLA for years. She's been a people pleaser all of our lives, but I know it has to do with how she grew up under her tyrant grandmother, and being a morbidly obese Black girl in an all-white private school didn't help. We've always been each other's hype girl, but I hate seeing or hearing that after all these years, she's still bending over backwards for people that shit on her. She loves having a social life and is yearning for a romantic relationship. We had a year of no communication when she first left home for college. I wasn't upset because this was her first time away from her controlling grandma. So I figured she might go buck for a moment. Excuse me. She was actually getting her ass beat by a broke ass nigga.
Oh, hell no.
She never said anything until after the fact when I went to visit her and he had moved away. She paid for his flight and everything, y'all. I was shocked but didn't judge. Just gave her love and support. But sweet. For a few years, she was still communicating with him, yet complaining and taking me through her emotional roller coaster. Here we are, years later, and she's still giving her all in relationships with people that tolerate or use her. And I'm losing respect for her very quickly as I'm having my own growing pains, and she's still having the same issues. It would be a little different if it were people running game, but they're blatantly shitting on her. And she makes excuses for them when I try to explain how silly she looks. I've done everything but call her a stupid ass bitch. She adopted a baby boy 4 years ago. Why? How did we get here when you let niggas not treat you right? I didn't agree with this because of her emotional immaturity and ignorance to what raising a child actually takes. Also, her grandmother has moved in with her recently and treats her like a child slave. I've encouraged Kara to break this cycle, but I've noticed she'd rather take the victim role and keep binge eating. I find her way of thinking closed-minded like her grandmother. A challenge when discussing with her my perspective on her life, the future, and my goals. Oh, my perspective on life, the future, and my goals. I'm sorry. I know this is a lot. I love this girl, and we can always have a laugh in dark times and have shared so many experiences together that I'll never forget nor recreate with someone else. But it's in the back of my mind that our friendship is running its course. And I don't know if it's tuning out this friendship. And I don't know if tuning out this friendship will be a relief or regret for my future self. But like in any other relationship, love alone is not enough. And I don't know if I can carry this until our birthday trip. Any advice on this is much appreciated. I love the podcast. I play it for my coworkers during Zoom meetings when our boss is running late and we crack up. Thank you, Ashley. Ooh,
Where do you work at?
Where do you work at? And why do bosses be so late on the Zoom?
That be happening to me with our conference calls.
Really?
Yeah, they be late. It's like I got to send a text. Hey, we're on the call. Oh, I'm coming. This is a really tough situation. I think that you are right that your friendship may be running its course. But I also think that your friend, Kara, she has obviously some self-esteem issues. And because she's an adult now and she was taught a lot of these things, she has been conditioned to believe a lot of things. And doing all of that unlearning, that's not something that you're going to be able to coach her through. She's going to need some professional help in the form of therapy. So I definitely think that you should try to encourage her to do that so that she can work on having better relationships. But as far as your friendship with her goes, I think you should tell her how you feel without, telling her about her decisions about her own life. Just tell her how you feel and to watch her go through these things and you trying to be there and trying to support her. And then she's judging you and she isn't making changes. And you should just be straight up with her and tell her, it's taxing on me. And I feel like maybe we're just growing apart and I don't want that. But if that's what it is, this is how I feel. So, how do you think we could move forward? Did you realize that?
And
you
those
have to have
conversations,
a real serious convo with her.
Those conversations are hard to have, and I've been on both sides of it. I've been the friend that people had to cut off, that a person had to cut off because my life was I just wasn't doing good. And it was just a lot going on. And then I've been the friend that had to do the cutting off. And in both of those situations, they were the situation where my best friend at the time was like, I don't know where we're at, but we're both heading down different paths. And she was like, I'm concerned about you, and I just don't. I don't know what we're supposed to do. And we were supposed to go to the Beyonce concert together. Her boyfriend had got the tickets. And she ended up telling me, like, hey, I'm not taking you. I
remember that.
You remember? Mm-hmm. I'm taking Tiffany. And
that was a sad time.
It was a sad time. And in the moment,
like Beyonce,
I didn't understand. I was like, you were never my friend. And how could you? But now looking back at it as, I've grown so much and I did get myself together. I get it. You have to take the reins of your own life. And if somebody is leading you down it don't even have to be a deep, dark path. It could just be like, now every time we get together, you making me sad. I'm always concerned about you. It's not even like selfish. You have to look out for yourself. You can't change people. She has to feel it on her own and change. And in my situation, I did. And we have rekindled our friendship. And it's a beautiful thing. In the other situation where I had to leave somebody, I didn't even have the conversation. Mm-hmm. it was a thing where it's like, it's too much to unpack. And I'm not going to sit here and do that with you. You don't always owe that to everybody. And that person is still in the same spot. And I don't feel bad about it. It was sad when our friendship kind of ended, and I still check in on her, but I think you got to think about it. I don't think you should go on that New Orleans trip. You're like stressed and you're like, I'm not going to have fun. Like,
I forgot all about the damn trip.
I don't think you should go on the trip. I think you should tell her like, hey, look, I just think we should do our birthdays separate this year because I want to do something else. Like, you're grown.
I want to enjoy it, and this is stressing me out.
It's stressing me out. You let niggas treat you bad. I don't be around people like that. Sometimes you really got to set those boundaries with people. You know, it's like if I don't do drugs and everyone around me is going to take me somewhere where people do drugs, like, I'm not going. And I don't feel bad for that. Y'all do that shit. I don't do that shit. And it's cool. We're grown. Make your own decisions and do what's best for you.
Good luck, girl.
Good luck.
Okay. Another friendship question. This one says, would you continue a friendship? Hey, ladies. Okay, this is long but good. It's really not that long. I've been friends with a young lady, let's call her Kim, since high school, and we started hanging out tough since 2018. There has been little things that I notice about her that I've told her about that I didn't like. For example, Kim wants to be invited to things that me and separate friends do, but when she does things with her other friends, I'm not invited. I don't like that. She follows my friends on Instagram and has some of their phone numbers, which isn't a problem to me. But when I befriend one of her friends and exchange numbers with them, she doesn't like it. I don't like him.
Kim sound like she might be talking shit about you behind your back.
This past weekend, her friends and mine all meet up at a lounge, and we were having good times, taking shots, dancing, and smoking hookah. One of her friends, let's call her Stacy, moves closer to me, and her and I begin talking. Stacy is sitting in front of me, and Kim is behind me. Stacy talks about her birthday coming up and tells me a little bit about it and said she can send me the deets and ask me for my number. Before I could say anything else, I feel liquid fall all on my face. Wait,
liquid fell on your face?
Kim done dropped a drink on her. As I'm processing what happened, I hear Stacy yelling at Kim saying, that's fucked up. Why would you do that? Then I realized Kim poured her drink on me, and by that time she was gone. I then texted her and say, you was wrong and you petty. She responds with, hush, it's not like that, and y'all can be friends. I don't care.
How old are y'all?
I don't know, but they not even in high school, and they've been friends.
And how did Kim get away so quickly? Because I'm telling you right now,
I guess,
would not have scurried off that quick. I'm grabbing your ankle.
She must have been in shock because it's like, did this bitch really do this? Like, she said she had to process what happened. I didn't respond. 30 minutes later, she called me and says I was drunk and it wasn't like that. I valued your friends more than Stacy's, etc. The next day, she literally calls me from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and I don't respond. The next day, I decided that no conversation was necessary, so I texted her and said, what you did was disrespectful, and no one I call my friend would do that. Excuse me. And it's best you go your way and I go mine, respectfully. Her response was, okay, you could have said that the other night. We was on the phone and then accused me of talking about her behind her back, shaking my head. How would you ladies have handled this situation outside of beating her ass? Because that was what was going to come. And if your friend disrespected you, can that friendship be repaired? It depends on what happened. But if a bitch drop a drink on me, no, there is no repairing because you have crossed the line.
We don't care to go move like that. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a throwing a drink ass bitch. I'm not.
And bitch, we out in the club.
And it's
so
not even like I was talking to
your
nigga. I was talking to a girl named Stacy.
We're all out together. Stacy is trying to make a new friend. What's wrong with that? I think you should be leery of people who become way too possessive of their friends.
Yeah.
Because it's usually not for a good reason. Usually, I mean, sometimes they might just not want to tell you the bitch is crazy and she steals or something like that. But usually that's something to watch out for. And to drop a drink, that's crazy.
To drop a drink, and I honestly feel like you are nice for even having a conversation with her, because if I'm supposed to be friends with somebody and we're out and it's not even like an argument happened, you just throw a drink on me or you do something physical to me or something so disrespectful. My cutoff game is strong. I'm not always so proud of it because sometimes I done cut bitches off and I was wrong for it. It's a block. I might call the police. you just don't even know. I don't need to talk to you again because I don't move like that. I don't deal with bitches that would go upside somebody's head like that. Life is too short and people are crazy. I don't need to. I'm cutting ties with you right now. I had a friendship that ended like that maybe a year and a half ago. She did some crazy shit. When the shit is too crazy, when it's normal crazy, cool. But when it's crazy, like Lifetime movie crazy, like you might cut a piece of my hair off and make a spell or kill me. It's a wrap. We don't need to talk about anything. You've showed your ass. I don't need to talk to you about anything. And there's that. I think you should cut that bitch off and don't have no more conversations with her. If she hits you up like, let's meet for lunch, she's planning on killing you. Don't do it.
All right. So with that being said, we're just going to move right along to the cocktails.
If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck 'em. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuff. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. Was a hoe.
I forgot to put a cocktail for myself, so you can read one.
Okay, so this week, I'm going to read one, but if you guys want to send one in, the email is cocktails@atl@gmail.com. Okay, a patron's juicy cocktail. Okay, hey ladies, please read our cocktail. Oh, you wrote it with a partner?
Oh.
Okay. Finding the perfect person to be a third or puzzle piece for me and my husband was an interesting journey, to say the least. Ooh, a threesome story. I love those. Okay. Sometimes the woman worked out and sometimes they didn't, until one day the universe spoke. We are all members of a mutual group chat, and one day we noticed a new member had joined that lived nearby. How convenient. After seeing her initial introduction, I told my husband about her and let him know I would send her a message privately. After some introductory chit-chat, we exchanged numbers and eventually moved to texting in a group chat with just the three of us. The vibe was awesome right from the start, with good convo, jokes, and friendly banter. Our initial meeting was an outing to celebrate my husband's birthday at a local brewery. That was fun as fuck. Chilling, laughing, drinking, and getting familiar. We continued chatting regularly afterwards, and that led up to the first night that we had some amazing sex. OMG, that shit was fucking fire. We met at a hotel, had food, drinks, and played a sexy card game I created called Now What, where you inevitably end up tipsy, naked, and kissing or licking one another.
Oh, I want that game.
I know. Is it available for purchase? The game really took the awkwardness out of first kisses and touching. Most importantly, it kind of took the awkwardness out of getting naked. Now what? I shouted as it was my turn to dictate the next move. I looked at her and said, you know what? I think you should take off your pants. To which she replied, well, this is awkward because she doesn't wear panties. At this time, I had on maybe one item of clothing, leaving little to the imagination. She took off her pants and we all stood there hot and horny from all the previous commands that had us almost ready to explode. By now, we had all shared deep, sensual kisses. She and I had sucked on each other's nipples, and everyone was definitely in the mood. I mean, we are all grown and knew what we were there to do, so it was time to just get to it. I grabbed her by the hand and slowly walked her to the bedroom while my husband followed close behind us. I knew this night was about to be fire because of the way we all just clicked. It's like all the stars aligned and the moon just shined on all three of us to create the perfect storm of passion mixed with lust. Then again, that could have been just the tequila cocktails talking, but whatever, it was perfect. Before long, we were all over each other. With the ultimate playlist serenading us in the background, we all started kissing oh so passionately. And I don't normally like kissing that much, but this felt good, and kissing both of them was sweet and sensual. The kind of deep, slow, long kisses that made my body melt and my pussy wet. Her soft lips tasted like candy. We were all wrapped in one another. Then I told her, lay down on the bed. I originally had it in my mind to let her take the lead, but I just couldn't resist. I couldn't wait to taste her. I slowly kissed, licked, and sucked her breast, anxiously anticipating devouring all of her. My husband stood by the bed, hard and throbbing, watching us.
He a lucky husband. I know he was like, I love my wife.
Right. I saw him waiting with anticipation, rubbing his dick to entice us. She took his dick in her hand and stroked it while I continued to kiss and caress spots on her body that made her quiver. I vaguely remember her taking him in her mouth because by then I was too focused on her body and eager to get to that sweet spot. I nibbled my way down her middle until I met her nice, plump pussy. I spread her legs open and gently kissed all around it. I could feel her so soft against my lips. With each kiss, I got more and more turned on.
Bitch, I'm turned on. I'm like, are y'all like, y'all need me to come?
I licked all around her clit and barely grazing it until I couldn't wait anymore. Finally, I plunged in face first. It was wet and juicy, just what I was hoping for. She let out a sexy moan and squirmed slowly. I slid my tongue deep inside, tasting all of her juices as I laid spread out on the bed. I gripped her thighs and pulled her closer, my face deep in her pussy, my ass in the air, legs spread wide and pussy throbbing. Her legs quivered as I licked and flicked her clit with my soft, wet tongue. This had me wanting more and more with each quiver. I held her clit gently between my lips, feeling each pulse as I puckered up and gently squeezed as if I were sucking a lollipop. By this time, my husband was behind me. He slid his fingers into my pussy. Damn, you're wet as fuck. Shit. And I was. Licking her pussy made me that much wetter. I couldn't stand it much longer. He slid his tongue inside me from behind, which made me bury my face deeper into her pussy. She let out another moan, and so did I. He climbed behind me and slid his dick deep inside. He slowly stroked while I moaned. She was shaking and quivering until she let out a long, deep fuck. Hearing and feeling her come was sexy, and I wanted to give her more. My husband was behind me, deep stroking until he came and let out a loud shit. All three of us were in a trance. After a quick break, she sat up and told me, "Oh, it's your turn to lay down now. I'm going to pay you back for that tongue action." By this time, my body was ready for more. "Are you comfortable?" she asked as I laid there waiting. I whispered as I spread my legs, waiting for the payback. Her tongue was like magic and my pussy was dripping wet under her spell. Before long, we were all over each other and well into several rounds of some bomb-ass sex. He's behind her, she's on me, I'm on her, he's on her, I'm on him. Whew! Round after round for the rest of the night. Needless to say, we found the perfect piece to our puzzle.
Yes, y'all do. Y'all need another piece? I mean, because like, I'm like, I need to have a threesome really soon. I haven't had a threesome in so long.
Really? How long?
It's been at least a year.
When's the last time I had one? Oh, that doesn't matter.
You guys, make sure you get tickets to the live show. Maybe I'll find my missing piece to the puzzle
you
there.
Might.
Pieces, because I'm going to need two.
We saw how you did it last time, kissing folks and stuff, so I wish you luck.
Well, now since that vaccine requirement has lifted, I might not be able to be kissing bitches like that this time around. But y'all go to citywinery.com and get your tickets to the live show, please.
Yes, you have to get your tickets, and don't forget to add on the meet and greet so that you can stay afterwards, take some pictures with us, and get to meet us before we dip out and probably go to sleep.
Yeah.
We have an after party. Yeah, also sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/cocktails. Become a patron today. And then, as always, follow us on social media. On Instagram, we are at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye.